Okay, now we're ready to replace the fork bushings and fork seals. So you want to grab the bottom fork leg, which the axle goes through right here. And at the top bushing, you notice there's a slit in it. You're just going to want to take a little flathead screwdriver, get her in there and give it a little twist. Pops right out. When you pull the stuff out, you want to make sure and keep it in order. Everything goes in order. That way we get it put back on the same way. So, outer bushing, inner bushing, washer, oil seal, retainer clip, and last the dust seal. And before we try to put our new bushings on and our new seals, we're going to use the seal bullet. Helps the seals go over this nasty little groove. Could actually cut the seal. Right down there is fine. Take a little WD-40, spray it on here. Helps the seals slide over a little easier. Then we're just going to put the new seals on the opposite way we took them off. Starting with the dust seal. Retainer clip. Oil seal. Double lip towards the oil. Then we go ahead and remove the seal bullet. Had a little bit of struggle with that one. Just how it is. Really tight seal. If it goes on too easy, you know something's wrong. Washer. Inner bushing and the outer bushing, which clicks on around this little groove that we use the seal bullet to protect the seals from. You can actually hear it click in. Just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and start putting them back together. Now we're actually going to put the seals back into the outer fork tube. So we'll just set this here. And set this in nice and easy. You just want to get it in there about 6 or 8 inches or so. And then let the inner bushing in the washer. That's going to be the first step. Let them seat down in there. That's when your seal driver comes into use. Go ahead and put the seal driver on. And put that inner bushing in that washer in. Doesn't take much. Hear the sound difference? It's seated. Doesn't take much. Don't overdo it. Take that off. Now we're going to go ahead and hammer the seal in. The actual oil seal. Push it down, get it nice and seated. Put this back on. Same thing, don't need to hammer it in there. Doesn't take much. You can hear the sound difference. Nice and solid there. It's in. And if you take a look inside, you can see where the retaining clip groove is. If you can see that, it's in all of it. It's in far enough. So go ahead and drop the retaining clip in. Give it a little push. Use a seal driver to set it in place. You can hear it click when it's in. And now the dust seal. You're just going to go ahead and put that on by hand. You can just use your 2 fingers and kind of seat it in. Just like so. So now that we've got our new fork seals in, we can go ahead and start getting this back together. Go ahead and compress it a little. What we're going to do now is install the spring. You can tell which way it goes, which way is dirty, which way is clean. Just lower that in there real easy. Okay, after you do that, pull it about halfway out. Now it's time to lower the cartridge. Nice and easy. And slide the tube up. We're going to screw the cap on temporarily, just to hold it in place. Now go ahead and flip it over. And we're going to need the crescent wrench again to lock the piston rod so we can put the piston rod bolt back on. Like so. When we put the piston rod bolt on, we're going to put the dampener rod adjustment. And it won't quite go all the way down because you need to give it a little turn and then it'll drop right down. It has a flat edge. Now time for the nut. You got to turn it just the right way. Fall right down there. Go ahead and start screwing it on. Once it's to the point where you can't turn it by hand anymore, go ahead and put a wrench on there. And a socket on the nut. Remember, it's aluminum on aluminum. Doesn't need to be super tight. Once it's snug, just give it a little, just that. That's good. Don't overdo it. Now we're going to want to compress this again. Remove the crescent wrench. Very easily so the bolt centers. Now we're going to go ahead and screw that piston rod bolt in. We're not going to worry about tightening it yet, but we're going to get it all the way snug. Okay, now it's time to add the oil. So we're going to flip it over here, unscrew the top cap, lower the fork tube down just enough to get the oil in. This particular fork is 14 ounces of oil. We're using just 5-weight fork oil. That's what's recommended for the SHOWA fork. Just pour it in nice and easy. Okay, now go ahead and slide the fork tube back up. Screw it together. What I'm going to do is put this back on the bike, put it in the triple clamps, tighten it up, and snug this top bolt and the lower piston rod bolt. That way it's nice and secure. I don't have to chase it all around the floor. And that's how it's done. Pretty simple. And that's how it's done. Pretty simple.